Welcome to Pagan Crafting. Today we're going to be making moon charging boards for your crystals. We're also going to make a little moon phase box for your crystals or your oils. Now we're going to make a little moon charging board with chakra symbols going down them for your chakra stones. And we're going to be using a moon phase print as well for the other charging board, and where you can charge up your wands, tools, crystals, jewelry, you name it. Stick around, let's have some fun with Pagan Crafting. Welcome. So today's project is going to bring you the supplies that we need here. A simple little box. It was $5 at the local dollar store. We're also going to be using a charcuterie board, also for $4 Canadian at the local dollar store. Beautiful little finish on it. I'm excited. And what else we're going to be using is Mod Podge glue. Now I have the matte glue. You could also use the gloss glue. We're going to be using that later, but we're going to use a little paintbrush as well. Now you could use either the matte or the gloss. It doesn't matter because you're going to be spraying it later. Now getting your board ready, you're looking at your designs. Now I've chosen the chakras and it's going to be lying vertically. Now one thing to do, see how it's front ways? Now you want to print the design flipped. You always print your design flipped the other way around, because when it comes up the other way it's going to be reversed. So what you do is the design goes face down onto your project, and then it gets peeled back. So you want to be able to have it flipped, or else you can have a backwards design. So our next step is, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be cutting out these designs. I've used a moon phase design for this board, and I'm going to be using this longer moon phase for the little box. I'm thinking about that for a future project. I'm thinking about for a future video, so stick around for that one, or subscribe and you'll be able to see what's going to happen. I'm thinking moon oils with this. So we have here, we're going to just do the cut it out. Keep a little bit of a border. Don't cut it sloppily around, because you may see a little bit of that border after you've lifted your design. So keep it nice and neat and close to it. So magic of YouTube land, 1, 2, that's right, and 3, all done. I love magic of YouTube land. So I think these designs will work out fantastic for the projects here. You can use anything. You could use color, black and white. I find black and white tends to show up a little bit better. I'm seeing a little knot hole here, and I think it's going to run into my design. So I think I may throw this design on the other side instead. Now I'm a little disappointed because there's a lot of colors of wood on the other side, and I'm not sure how well that color design is going to show up, but we're going to give it a go anyway. Simple Mod Podge glue, or you could use white glue to transfer your image onto the wood. And line it up with the handle to the middle of the base. That simple. Now when you put it down, make sure you have any bubbles out, any little wrinkles in the paper, make sure it's perfectly flat. Now I'm painting on another layer of paint here. I don't think you really need another layer. You can actually just squish it out with your thumb. If you do put another layer of glue on, sorry, not paint, you put another glue layer on, it will be darker, the print, when you lift it, but it's more of a pain in the butt when you're taking it off. It makes it a little bit more work, and it's a little, sometimes you could lose the design. You could also transfer these designs without doing a second coat of glue over top. I wound up going with the side of the box. I was intending on putting this at the top, and I found it quite insignificant. So here I lined up the center of it, keeping just a back a little bit peeled up, and then I'll peel up the end and just finish the glue on. Again, I'm putting glue all over the whole top because I want a really, really dark print left behind. So I think I'm going to use this one for this box instead. I'll cut out another one. It's going to cut off the ends that are too long for it, but I'll cut another one out for the bottom side of the moon offering board. Generous amount of glue when you're doing this project. And you want to wait till this is fully dry before starting the next step. So again, getting out all the bubbles, rubbing everything out. Again, you don't have to put another layer on, but it will be darker, but it will be harder to take off. So this is the next day, about 24 hours later. It's perfectly dry. I'm really stoked. It's actually sealed in quite nice. So what we have to do, after making sure this is totally dry, so you want to grab a paper towel, or you could use a washcloth. I like paper towel. And now you're going to soak the top. So you don't want to use a softwood. You definitely want to use a hardwood for this project. Now by soaking the top, you're loosening up the glue that you put on top for your last coat. So I'm just getting it to a little coating of water on this to get it ready. And you start with the edges, start peeling the edges back a little bit at a time. It'll come. It does take a little bit of time, so you do need a little bit of patience. So I'm just working that top coat off, and there it comes. And you start seeing the print underneath. Oh yes, lovely. Adding a little bit more water. Now if you didn't do the top coat of the water, this would come off extremely easy. But sometimes, like I said, it may not always be as dark. And there it is. The first layer is off. Now there's still another layer here underneath, and you want to start working that with your fingers, dipping your fingers in the water and just working off the excess paper. After it all dries, if it still looks a little bit white, you can wet it again and work on getting off yet another layer of the paper left behind. Look how dark that is. I'm so pleased. Alright, that one's done. So this one's going to take a little longer. I took a little bit of extra glue on this one. I know color always doesn't show up on a darker wood, so I was really hoping that this would turn out a little bit richer. But it looks good wet. It's not looking too bad. Again, just work it off slow. I have this on micro fast speed, but you're actually going quite slow and taking your time. I didn't think you wanted to watch all that. It's pretty epic. But it comes off pretty quick. But you just got to take your time, make sure you don't ruin the design underneath. I got a little bit too much off on the purple third eye chakra. Yeah. But after this is completely dry, waited another day for it to be completely dry before putting anything on it, giving it a check. Now these didn't turn out as dark as I wish. I wound up having to wet it down, do another paper coat taken off, so they didn't leave as much ink on, but again, it's on darker wood. So I reckon if I did it on lighter wood, it would turn up quite sharp, like the box here. If I put it on the box, that would have looked really brilliant. I'm really pleased with this one. So this is going to be a future project for a future video coming out. So again, subscribe, chill out on that one, and we're going to do some moon oils. You're going to use an ultra cover clear coat. Yes, I'm in Canada, so we have French and English on our cans. But just a gloss clear coat. You could use a matte or satin finish. I prefer a high gloss because I think it just looks badass. Now this is it with the clear coats. Dried. It has taken on a beautiful sheen, and the wood colors have come out that much more as well. Now if you're cutting on this, I would not put on clear coat. I probably wouldn't even put on any glue on the boards either, if there's any food on here. So this is not food safe, this is craft decor safe. So this shine, it's beautiful. It turned out fantastic, and I'm very pleased with this project. Here is some chakra stones coming up on the board, and I think it is going to work out just perfectly for the next moon, which is the Hunter's Moon this October. And here's some more crystals to charge up. Here is a couple crystal grids that I made. This one has all hearts on it, love it. But the possibilities are endless when it comes to the photo print onto wood. This one I have a little, it's like a little board, a little offering board, but I put my tarot cards on there. This is made out of bamboo, again, got at the dollar store, $4. Fantastic. It's a nice little tray for your little coffee and tea tray as well. The designs and possibilities, again, are endless. Thank you so very much for Pagan Crafting with me today. I hope you enjoy these moon boards. If you like them, give me down a little comment down below. And if you wanted to enjoy making your own little moon box, maybe you can use that for a travel altar, for your crystals, for your anointing oils. Maybe your magical candles can go in there. All kinds of little goodies you could use. The possibilities, again, like I said, are endless. Thank you again for chilling out with Pagan Crafting.